Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. So 2 weeks ago today, I recorded 6 episodes, and none of them are working at all. The microphone decided to stop recording halfway through episode 1, so I'll have to do the whole lot again. It is really frustrating, and it'll take sort of any edge the episodes had away. But I don't have a lot of choice, I'm afraid. Let's go. So the good news is that the 130,000 credits we have should be ours. That's a carryover from Mass Effect 1. So not all our money was on the Normandy. We must have had some in a bank account on the Citadel, and that's what the 130,000 is. So that is ours to spend as we want, and we should do so. Now, because I've done the whole lot before, I genuinely don't know what I've done. I'm
Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
What I've done and what I haven't done. Plus shields. Sounds pretty good. Oh, you don't have to burn all our money, of course.
It's something to do with the Omnigel modulator's heatsink, right? That's why he asked.
Again, I don't know which of this banter I've heard before, because I've heard it all before. There is a man somewhere we have to check in with. Level 27 of the market. Is that where I am? Well, we'll find out in a second, I guess.
What do you want?
Why are you so interested in fish from the Presidium?
It's so decadent. Eating a fish from the Presidium would be like screwing Shaira.
Ugh, Asari is so squishy. Where are you supposed to get a decent grip?
I talked to one of the Presidium groundskeepers. He said there aren't any fish in the lakes.
What?
I told you.
Why have all that water if you're not going to store something to eat in it? I don't understand aliens at all.
Thanks for telling me. It's all he's talked about all damn day.
Shepard, are you looking to continue your education? It's one thing to know how to shoot a gun, but do you have the career skills to deploy and manage today's high-tech network infrastructures? The Henley Technical Institute can help. Courses available through our extranet site will put you on the path to success. Visit our site now at keywords Henley Technical Education.
Ugh. Yeah, we will not be doing that.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift. Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
Silence is golden.
Good to finally meet you, Commander Shepard. Kasumi Goto. I'm a fan.
What's with the password and the sneaking around? Are you in trouble or something?
I'm the best thief in the business, not the most famous. Need to watch my step to keep it that way. I also needed to make sure all this was legit, and I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
What makes you so sure?
There's a certain aura about you. Like you've seen things no one else has. Even without knowing what you looked like, I knew it was you.
Yep, I've seen all this before even. It's like breaking space and time.
What brought you to Cerberus?
That's a bit of a story. Short version, they were looking for me, so I trailed them to find out why. Turns out they were looking for someone to join you on an important mission, and were offering a serious signing bonus. I had a thing I needed help with, so I made them a deal. And here we are.
I assume this deal is something I should know about?
Yeah, I guess it slipped their minds. I'm looking for my old partner's gray box. A man named Donovan Hawk took it, and I'm planning to get it back.
What do you know about Donovan Hawk?
Mr. Hawk is a well-respected businessman. Arms dealer, murderer, generally not a great guy. His mansion's famous for being hard to crack, but I have a way in, and I think you're gonna love it.
What's this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when the time comes. I need time to nail down the details anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
I assume a gray box is some kind of hardware?
It's a neural implant. Illegal in most places. Stores memories, thoughts, secret codes, illicit information. This one in particular belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda. We worked together for a long time, before Hawk killed him.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
His name was Keiji Okuda, the best hacker and entryman I've ever known. Unfortunately, he slipped up and made himself infamous. He stole something he shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just that it was dangerous. He said if it got out, humanity would be in trouble. He encrypted it, wrapped it up in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
So people basically be invading your privacy to get this information?
I can understand why you'd want to get it back.
Getting it back will be easier with your help, Shepard.
If that's what Cerberus promised you, we'll get it done.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun. We should probably wrap this up. You look pretty silly standing there talking to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
Now, I can't remember where we get to the ship. How about Normandy? So the reason I couldn't record a week ago is because I went out on Saturday night and my voice was just destroyed. And it was destroyed all Sunday, all Monday. Only good thing is my colleagues were as well, so kind of got away with it. Now we could go check in with... In fact, I think we've got some other jobs to cash in first on the ship, haven't we? Because I want to go see
No messages for you, Commander.
The man with the food. Wrong way.
Commander, those provisions you provided were perfect. I owe you. I've already thrown together some of my calamari gumbo. Here, try a bite. Truth told, it's based on an Asari recipe. Seems a little cannibalistic to me with their tentacle heads and all, but they ain't no good grub. Anyway, thanks again. You really came through.
Right, that was a bit underwhelming. Medical lab, we've got some brandy to cash in, I believe.
How may I help you, Commander?
I have a present for you, Doc.
Sarah's ice brandy? You didn't. Thank you. I always regretted not opening that original bottle when I still could. I won't make the same mistake again. Why don't we open this bottle right here, right now, you and me?
You crack open the bottle. I'll get the glasses.
I thought Alenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great. Cerberus lacks the same enthusiasm.
With your service record, you could have gotten a tour of duty on any Alliance ship. Why'd you really leave?
Maybe it's less about leaving and more about staying. As a military doctor, I mostly treat people who are in bad shape. often they die. And if I can help them, they move on. Either way, they leave.
Don't you have any friends or family?
No, not lacking friendship. Just stability. Joker will always have Vrolic syndrome. He would never admit it, but he needs my help, and he always will. I wish it weren't, but sadly, it's true.
To the ornery bastard who flies this ship.
The best fighter jockey to ever take to the skies.
Okay. Oh, I'm drunk. Oh, I'm so drunk. Chugty chug chug. Now, where is the woman, the new thief? I think this might be her in here.
People are talking out there, and I hear it all. I usually travel hidden away in cargo bays. It's nice to be able to look out a window for a change.
Yeah, I'm still sleeping off the brandy at the moment.
That painting has a special place in my heart. An art collector hired me to steal it. When I got there, the painting was gone. On the way out, I saw it being hauled off by another thief. I chased him down, tackled him, and took the painting. That's how KG and I met. We never did turn it into our employers. The red rose. That used to be my calling card when I first started out. In place of whatever I took, I left a single red rose. It wasn't until I met KG that I realized how silly it was. He had a way of making you realize when you were just being sentimental.
I feel like it's copied from something else, but I don't think it's that tacky. I think it's an alright gimmick.
I stole that on a dare, believe it or not. There was a big museum show coming to Ilium. Artifacts from Earth going on tour. Very high security. KG dared me to steal this. So I broke in, hacked the security, put a few guards to sleep, and replaced the piece with a worthless duplicate. They never knew the difference. My first museum job. Nowhere near the last. That's my favorite piece. Painted for me by a child prodigy from Elysium. She was the cutest thing. She was kidnapped by slavers who hoped to sell her on Omega. I wasn't about to let that happen. I set up an idea as a buyer's rep to get a special tour of the slaver's vessel. Once aboard, I freed the girl and smuggled her off the ship. She painted that for me on the way home. I'll never forget how it felt to watch her work. Don't laugh, I like those books. Romance novels, crime novels, the classics. There's something about the feel of actual paper in your hands, their musty smell. It's relaxing. KG used to find books for me while on the job. Some of these are more valuable than the objects he was hired to steal.
Yeah, I like the smell of books as well, actually. Anyway, we haven't had a drink for 5 minutes. Should I be worried by that chug and a lot of hissing? I think I probably should, but I'm going to down it. Why not? Well, it's stronger than brandy. I feel like we're done with the ship now. Let's just double check. I think those are on Omega, which is where I went to when I recorded those previous episodes. I'm going to do the Kasumi job first, like I did before, and then I'll decide what to do. So let's clear out this Kasumi job. Oh yeah, we could go get dressed. We'll do it later. Okay, I'm going to try and avoid doing all the scanning because it is just so tedious. Now, I've definitely covered that in this LP, but I don't know if that's one of the episodes that got cut or not. Still, you really aren't missing anything. It is so dull. Start scanner. Do I really need to do that? No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm going to avoid it at all costs. So I had a look through these before. Now this woman can basically teleport like in Dishonored. You know how you can do the blink or whatever it's called and get behind someone, which is quite a nice little skill. But this improves basically everything, so I don't see why we wouldn't take this really. Might save up for that. I'll save up for that, I think.
You clean up well, Mr. Solomon Gunn. Hawk won't know what hit him.
I assume Solomon Gunn is my cover?
You run a small but talented band of mercs out in the Terminus systems. Precisely the type of person Hawk respects. I took the liberty of giving you a reputation. Papers, witnesses, article in Badass Weekly. Just don't start talking business with him, and you'll be fine.
Remind me, what kind of man are we dealing with?
Hawk's a weapons dealer and smuggler. He killed my partner and stole his gray box. Other than that, he's not so bad. Rich, charismatic, willing to crack open a man's skull to get at the neural implants inside.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. That must have been quite a grisly job.
I take it I'm wearing this getup for a reason.
You'd look really out of place at a society party in armor, don't you think? You look great. You should wear this stuff more often.
Now's probably a good time to fill me in on the details.
You have been waiting patiently. Our friend Hawk is throwing a party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet. All bringing gifts as a tribute to the man himself. Our tribute is a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor. You can keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a sidearm. Once inside, we'll make our way to Hawk's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom. Then, we case the security and start peeling away the layers. The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it open and arm up. Then we just waltz into the vault and take back KG's gray box. And I'll finally get a chance to say goodbye.
I don't really get why we had to take a statue of Saren with us. It just seems like she's slapping me in the face. Like, I've got a lot of bad memories with Saren. I don't really know why she thought that was appropriate.
You've worked really hard on this. KG must have meant a lot to you.
Was I that obvious? KG's gray box holds a lot of priceless personal memories. It's all that remains of who he was. But the secret he discovered is dangerous. I wouldn't bring you here if it wasn't.
This ought to be interesting.
That's what I'm going for. This is our stop. After you, Mr. Gunn.
Just one moment, sir. There seems to be an issue with the statue.
Is there a problem, yeah?
No, Mr. Huck. Just doing a scan.
I don't believe we've met. Donovan Hawk.
Oh yeah, I remember your accent. I don't know if he's meant to be Scottish or Welsh or Australian, but I think he's probably most likely South African.
Solomon Gunn. A pleasure.
Sir, the scanners aren't picking anything up.
I don't think our guests would come all the way here from Ilium just to cause trouble. Do you? You may pass through, Mr. Gunn, with my apologies. But I will ask your companion to remain outside. You understand, I hope.
Little bit of Stoic the Vast from DreamWorks Dragons in there. I'm quite offended at that you're not letting me have a +1. You got a problem with me, Hawk?
Care to explain why my friend has to stand outside?
I don't like the look of your friend, so she stays outside. Simple as that.
If it makes you feel more secure, she can wait outside.
Good to see we're not going to have a problem. Enjoy the party.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine going to a party with someone and then saying, oh, that's all right, she'll just wait outside for, what, like 6 hours or something? I mean, is it not quite suspicious that I'm going in after that?
Any idea why he'd send you away?
No, we've never seen each other in person, and no one knows what I look like. Just watching his ass, I'm sure. I can't blame him.
What do we do now?
We go on with the plan. You'll just have to do all the talking. I'll stay out of sight and stick with you the best I can. We'll keep radio contact in case something goes wrong. We need to find the door and case the security. We'll figure out the next step then.
Okay, this is a good place to stop. Depending on how long this video is and the next one, might be a new video, it might not be. Well, it seems to be recording fine. Let's get going.
How did you ever contain that situation on Olive?
Oh, that? A quick application of force, a little pressure, and bam! Done.
Thank goodness. I thought those rabble would dog you for years.
What a beautiful little place he's got here.
Some say Commander Shepard is still alive. Really?
Oh, please. It's wishful thinking, at best.
Probably best to avoid Donovan Hock for the time being. I realise it's quite hypocritical for me to insult voice actors when my voice wanders all over the place. Like, even my own actual voice does. Nice, playing a picture of a fire.
What's your read on that Archangel guy?
He's making it too expensive to do business on Omega. Though I hear some mercs are coming together to deal with it.
Hey, I want the Archangel too.
Very nice. There's more here than I expected. Password-protected voice lock, kinetic barrier, DNA scanner. Looks like an EX700 series. Everything a vault needs to be impenetrable.
This gonna be a problem?
Please, remember who you're talking to. We'll need to get a voice sample for the voice lock. You'll have to go chat up Hawk for that. We'll have to find a password too. DNA, child's play. We should find plenty of DNA samples in Hawk's private quarters. And the barrier? Cut the power. Never fails. If we can find it. Keiji could get through a system like this in his sleep. And I'm better. Let's get to it.
Yeah, just remember pride comes before a fall, and the guy is obviously aware of you.
Looks like the barrier's power cable runs under the floor here. I'll set your Omni tool to scan for electromagnetic fields.
Hello, Mr. Security.
Mr. Hawk's private rooms are off limits to guests without security clearance.
Never mind then.
Enjoy the party.
Private rooms. We need to get in there. That's the best place to find Hawk's DNA.
Pretty sure if I just start hacking the key code, though, it'll be pretty suspicious.
One sec. That should take care of the barrier.
That was quite easy the first time I did it. And yeah, that is the kind of thing that will be a little bit underwhelming for the next few episodes. Right, let's talk to Donovan Hock then.
There he is. All you need to do is keep him talking long enough for me to get a voice print. Pull out the charm on this one, Shep. Whenever you're ready.
After you.
Mr. Gunn, hope you're having a good time. That scene at the door hasn't soured your evening, I hope.
I understand the security, but who would dare try to break into Donovan Hock's home?
Gunn, in our line of work, we attract a certain element. Few understand the pains we take to keep the barbarians at bay. People these days want comfort, entertainment, love. They don't see that the galaxy is fragile. They only have to worry about simple luxuries. Why? Because people like me and you are doing the terrible things that keep the galaxy spinning. This party is for us, the cleaners, the support structure for the galaxy's gleeful delusions of peace. May there always be a market for the things we do.
I said get him talking, and you got him talking. We've got enough of a voice sample. Let him go.
Enjoy the party, Mr. Gunn.
Once we find the password, we can get past the voice scanner.
It's his love of soliloquies is kind of his own undoing here, and I happen to remember that
I
this
hear
is
Mr. Hock's vault is exquisite.
Who could know? He never lets anyone near it.
Yeah, I happen to remember this was here. Private rooms. No way we can sneak out of that party. The place is locked down tight, and Security Chief Rowe's in charge. No way Rowe would let that get past her. I'd rather stand around bored on guard duty than risk a wrath. Sorry, Samuels.
Chief Rowe, huh? She sounds like a hard ass. If we could tap into the guard's communications, I could probably use this information.
They've seen us.
I was going to shove him off the edge. I want to see another game.
Go inside.
Yeah, I haven't played this for some time. I've been playing Uncharted, which I really enjoy. The gameplay is terrible, but yeah, I do enjoy the games.
Going dark.
Yeah, it took me a while to work out the first time. I forgot the controls were so
Look
crappy.
for anything we can get usable DNA from. Just make it quick and quiet. Found a sample?
No, a credit sheet. It's clean.
It's a plant.
Yeah, but people talk to plants. I don't expect him to have a Tommy Tank on one. Akuda decryption project update. Little progress to report. We have now completed dictionary attacks using words and phrases from 4,800 galactic languages. Research into the Akuda family has not produced any matches. It is unlikely that a random brute force approach will produce a result within our lifetimes. Given the nature of the grey box technology, it's possible that the decryption key may not even be a password at all. It could be a memory, an emotion, even a smell. The permutations are infinite. I suggest that we begin investigating alternative methods for breaking through the security on the box.
We can probably get Hawk's DNA off the data pack. He seems to have obsessed over this. But I'm not sure there's enough. Let's keep looking.
Holographic interface. Won't find a sample here.
No DNA, but... Looks like Hawk's been trying to crack KG's gray box. Looks like he's missing something. He hasn't cracked the encryption yet. The cleaners don't dare touch treasures like this. We can get some skin cells from the dust. It's probably contaminated, though. We should find another sample.
That seemed like it contradicted itself there, but okay. Right, I come up with a rule. Once I complete 3 of these in a row, 3 of these in a row, I can put on a mod to take them off. They just kind of bog everything down for me. Now you prod that and some soldiers turn up, so we'll leave that till last.
No hair, no skin flakes.
The housekeepers must be thorough. Not a great saliva sample, but it's still useful. That should do it. Let's get out of here.
Oh, no, well, let me prod the alarm clock. Oh, that's a shame. I'm just trying to think, should I... I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going for a bit. Don't think I've been busted yet.
Someone got through on the balcony. How the hell did they do that? I don't know. Jump down. You!
Gonna say I haven't been busted, but I've been busted. Yeah, just don't mind those corpses out there. They're just sleeping. I quite like the hitman-y tone of this DLC though.
That got it. The barrier's down.
DNA identification affirmed. Welcome, Mr. Hawk.
Vault door secured. Password lock engaged. DNA lock released. Ah, yeah, we haven't actually found out the password yet, have we?
We need the password. Let's look for a security console we can hack for info.
That door goes to a security room. I'll take care of the lock. There we go.
Ready when you are.
What the fuck is going on here? Ugh, tell me it didn't even fucking work right.
You can't be back here.
Take him down.
On my screen.
Nance, I have that problem too. So many passwords around here, can't keep them straight. The password for tonight is Perusia, so it's not even that easy to remember. It's no big deal. That voice scanner means the password's only useful to Hawk anyway. After this party, want to go grab some beers? Let me know, Samuels.
Got something?
The password is Perusia.
Huh. That's the name of the man who stole the Mona Lisa. Nice. Now, I just take the voice sample we got from Hawk and... got it. Now we can crack that voice scanner.
I think it's also a password in a place in Italy, a region or a mountain range or something. Might be wrong, but I think it is. I could have researched that in the last 2 weeks if I'd remembered the password was Perugia.
Did you hear? Santiago took over that refinery on Zoria.
He's such a shrewd businessman. The Blue Suns are lucky to have him.
Password required.
Veruza.
Voice ID accepted. Welcome, Mr. Hawk.
Yeah. Calling in to the episode here. Thank you for watching. Come back for the next part of Mass Effect 2. Feynman. A hydrogen-methane gas giant, Feynman is of far less interest to the colonists of Bekenstein than its moons. All 24 are under heavy development by 3 rival firms, Hoshiri Heavy Industries, Guanghui Solutions and the Dynamist Corporation. These 3 firms are under ironclad contracts to sell their raw materials exclusively to corporations based on or around Bekenstein, a situation which has led to heavy investment on Bekenstein from manufacturing corporations looking to get a piece of the action. Feynman itself has been relatively untouched by the mining concerns as its strong magnetosphere and great dark storm cells create a barrier to all but the newest generations of scanners. Veltman. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Veltman is home to the Koshiraten, enormous storm cells that appear as whitish spots and are visible as far away as Bekenstein. As with most other colonised gas giants, Veltman's orbital space sports a variety of helium-3 refuelling stations for merchant vessels. Of particular note among the orbital stations is the Dynamist Corporation's facility for manufacturing metastable metallic hydrogen, despite the risks involved in manipulating the powerful mass effect fields needed to do so. Citadel warships, which use the substance in their thrusters, can frequently be seen docking at Veltman as a result. This makes the Boltzmann system one of the most heavily patrolled in Citadel space. Technically named Hoofd, Dutch for the head, Thuft is a dwarf planet with a moderate carbon dioxide atmosphere and rich deposits of periclase. Originally put on the star charts when a human scout ship needed to discharge its drive core and wasn't able to reach the system's gas giants in time, Thuft has seen some development by Hoshiri Heavy Industries. Periclase from the asteroid can be found in common industrial products, such as industrial cable insulation and fire-resistant prefab housing walls. Wheeler is a sizable rock planet. Its atmosphere is a hostile mix of hydrogen and carbon monoxide, which poses little hazard to remote robo-mining. Modern equipment can easily tolerate the planet's temperatures and gravity. Wheeler's crust is rich in bauxite and other light metals used in fabricators the galaxy over. The recipient of the first wave of Earth's colonisation efforts, Bekenstein's founders had a decidedly less agrarian plan than Eden Prime. The mission of Bekenstein's first colony was to become Earth's off-planet manufacturing base, ingratiating humanity into galactic culture by producing needed goods. Meeting with mixed success for the first generation, Bekenstein then leapfrogged its competitors by producing high-quality luxury goods that went straight to nearby markets via the Citadel. Today, Bekenstein is known as the Humans' Ilium, a place where new money tycoons flaunt their wealth and the have-nots are rarely spoken of. The Battle of the Citadel. In 2183, a rogue Spectre named Saran Arterius attacked the Citadel through a functioning mass relay hidden inside a statue in the Presidium. Saran brought a combined force of Krogan and Geth infantry from Ilos, timing the attack so that he would be at the Citadel's controls when the Geth fleet and his flagship, Sovereign, arrived. In the battle that followed, the Destiny Ascension Dreadnought evacuated the Citadel Council, but ordered the ward's arms closed, sealing them and the Geth inside an impregnable shell, cutting off any reinforcements or escape. This tactic would have wholly destroyed the Council fleet were it not for the actions of Commander Shepard, who had followed Saran through the relay from Ilos. Led by Shepard's ship Normandy, the Systems Alliance 5th Fleet assembled under the command of Admiral Hackett and waited just outside the Citadel's closed arms. Meanwhile, Shepard fought Saran's forces inside the Citadel and eventually forced the ward arms open again. Shepard called for the Normandy to concentrate firepower on Sovereign. The 5th Fleet took its cue from the Normandy and turned all firepower on the Geth flagship, letting the Destiny Ascension and other fleeing Council ships perish fighting the Geth fleet. At about the same time Shepard killed Saren, Sovereign's once impervious kinetic barrier overloaded, and the Fifth Fleet focused its military might to shatter the flagship. The Geth fleet was soon decimated without its leader. With the Citadel Council and nearly everyone in its line of succession killed, humanity stepped into the power vacuum. Ambassador Donnell O'Dina and Captain David Anderson were instrumental in pulling together a new galactic government, with humans as the dominant voice. The underside of the wards, between the inhabited superstructures and impenetrable outer hull, are called the Foundations. These dangerous areas are filled with life support systems and power plants. Officially, only the Keepers are allowed in the Foundations. In reality, the Foundations are the slums of the Citadel, home to criminals, minorities, transients, and occasional stateless exiles. Some stay in the Foundations of their own will, others end up there when the opportunities they sought in the Citadel do not come. The station's recycling systems are located in the Foundations. These manufacture a variety of artificial organic pastes that can be eaten for sustenance. They are free and nutritious, but nearly tasteless and of unpleasant texture. Poorer Citadel residents quickly become adept at dressing up this bland fare with sauces and spices, while imported foodstuffs are a popular luxury of the wealthy. Terra Firma is an alliance political party formed after the First Contact War. Its policy agenda is based on the principle that Earth must stand firm against alien influences. This covers a variety of legislation. Recent activities by Terra Firma include opposition to a law requiring high school alien language study, a proposal to increase tariffs on alien imports, and leading a popular movement to mark the First Contact War with a public holiday. Though founded by well-meaning individuals who feared the subversion of native human cultures under a wave of alien vogue, Terra Firma's agenda attracts many jingoists and xenophobes. Ascension. Written by human author Drew Karpyshyn, the popular military historical novel Ascension focuses on several lives warped or destroyed by the human survivalist cult Cerberus. Following the Citadel attack of 2182 and the accelerated rise of human influence in the galaxy, Cerberus instituted Ascension, a secret biotics program aimed at producing a superhuman warrior. Biotics prodigy Gillian Grayson, a 12-year-old autistic girl, suffered for the sins of her father, a secret Cerberus operative and red sand addict. Paul Grayson was ensnared in a web of criminality involving a Quarian traitor and extending to Sarin Arterius, the Geth, and a terminal threat to the Quarian flotilla. Having fled to the Terminus systems with his daughter after exposure of Cerberus's link to Ascension, Grayson was pursued by Gillian's teacher, scientist Kaylee Sanders, initiating a chain of tragedies that demonstrated Cerberus's nearly unlimited power and boundless ambition. Revelation is a popular military historical novel by human writer Drew Karpyshyn that dramatises human conflicts and political expansion following the 2148 discovery of the Prothean mass relay on Pluto and the beginning of human galactic exploration. In 2165, years before his rise to political prominence, Lieutenant David Anderson was a young warrior of the Turian War, investigating the destruction of top-secret military research station Shanxi. Every scientist stationed at Shanxi had been slaughtered except Carly Sanders, who disappeared with secret files, making her Anderson's prime suspect. The book traced Anderson's dangerous investigation of Sanders, which included run-ins with the Blue Sun mercenaries and a Krogan bounty hunter. The investigation uncovered illegal research into AI and forced Anderson into an alliance with human-hating Turian Spectre Sarin Arterius, who would eventually enter into a genocidal collaboration with the Geth.